The government of India has increased the proportion of ethanol blending in fuel to 30% from the current limit of 20%. What does this mean for you and your vehicles? Let's decode it. What is ethanol blending? Ethanol blending is the process of mixing ethanol and alcohol that comes from fermenting crops like sugar and corn in a certain ratio with regular petrol before it reaches the gas stations. When you go to a gas station and you see a sign which says E10, that basically is telling you how much ethanol is in the fuel. E10 means 10% ethanol and 90% petrol. Governments mandate this for three major reasons. The first being energy security. They want to reduce dependence on imported oil. Blending locally produced ethanol would mean buying less crude oil from foreign countries. The second being economic interest. Ethanol comes from plants like sugarcane and corn. Mandating its use and production in the country would result in supporting rural economies and domestic farmers. Third being emission commitments. Most countries sign international climate agreements, which essentially means that they have to reduce their carbon emissions. Ethanol comes from plants that absorb CO2. That classifies it as a low carbon fuel. This could help India in reducing its overall carbon emissions. So what does this mean for your cars and your fuel bills? Higher ethanol blends give lower mileage. That means your car may travel fewer kilometers per litre and you could end up refueling more often. Older vehicles may also see some issues like engine compatibility, corrosion, fuel line wear, because that could essentially mean that your cars were not prepared for a high ethanol blend like E30 and were used to an E10. So here are the pros. Higher ethanol blends could reduce India's dependence on imported oil. It also burns cleaner than petrol and could help reduce India's overall carbon emissions. Countries like Brazil have been using higher ethanol blends for years through flex fuel vehicles and dedicated fuel systems. But here are the problems. Higher ethanol blends may give lower mileage. Your car may travel fewer kilometers per litre, forcing you to refuel, making it a bit more expensive. There are also environmental concerns. To produce such a large amount of ethanol, land, water, fertilizers and energy is required. Some experts think that this could take a toll on groundwater and agricultural land. All vehicles that are not ready for a blend like E30 and are used to E10 may see issues like fuel wear, corrosion and engine compatibility problems. For more such updates, follow DeKoder.